Good morning, everybody. And Kate, Austin,
Hey,
how are you today?
awesome.
Excellent. Just going to give everyone a few minutes to join in. As we were talking before we got on, it seems like these days everyone's just jumping from Zoom to Zoom, so they need a second or two between sessions to get a cup of coffee or whatever. Where in New Jersey are you from?
I'm in central New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I'm from
Uh,
Hamilton. I'm in Sarasota now, but I used to I grew up in Mercer County.
oh, really? Okay, yeah, I'm in Middlesex County, so
I
not too
think,
far. I've
my
been Hamilton a lot.
office was in Princeton, right off of Route One.
Okay,
So yeah,
yes,
right south Buzzard
familiar
Corner.
with the area. How's Florida?
It's nice, sunny here, much warmer than it is in New Jersey, from what I hear.
Yes, we're expecting a little messy weather this
Yeah, that's
evening into tomorrow. So,
what I thought. Bryan's in New Jersey as well, so I was warning him about the ice coming through. So hopefully it's not too bad.
oh yes, Bryan, where are you located?
Uh, in Galloway, South Jersey, Atlantic County.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get started. I know we've got a number of people on YouTube, so welcome everyone. I'm Jeff Finn with Real Next. Jim Wong can't join today. He's in transit, so he asked me to host the session, which I'm delighted to do. And we had a great session with Real Next last week, talking about our technology solution and continuing on that thread and theme. We have our partners from PIX Virtual today, and the PIX Virtual team does amazing virtual reality for commercial real estate, as well as aerial video tours to showcase people, projects, and regions to put whether it's you or your company or your market in its best light, and to showcase new assets as they come to market, and to be able to orient people to the market and to build in and integrate virtual reality to show new sites and properties that are to be built and help you to market properties most effectively. So we find or have found with PIX the opportunity has been great for our clients to help them get through the planning and approval process, get through the capital raising process, and get acceleration in the sale and leasing, even as projects are being built. So Chris Seher and Bryan Colin will be going through a demo, and along the way, if you have any questions, please raise your hand, interject, and we'll have an open dialogue. So Chris, I'll let you take it away.
Okay, great. Let me share my screen, double check, make sure everybody can see it. Okay. All right, so, well, first off, thank you everybody for joining today. And, as you know, the CRE market, it evolves quickly, and PIX provides innovative tools that empower professionals to stand out, elevate your marketing, and engage audiences. So whether you're a broker, a marketing professional, a developer, a property manager, our solutions are tailored to address your unique challenges across all property types and project stages. So in this webinar, we're going to demonstrate how PIX's visual solutions help you achieve faster results, stand out in a competitive market, and deliver exceptional value. And hopefully that's something everybody is looking for. So at PIX, we provide the ultimate property and media package, a powerful suite of visual marketing tools designed to maximize your property's potential, from immersive 3D virtual reality tours and engaging aerial video tours to stunning renderings, high-impact videos, and our most recent addition, augmented VR. So our solutions are set and your properties, set to set your properties apart. So no matter your role, PIX provides tailored solutions that empower you to take control of the narrative, attract interest, and engage audiences with interactive conversations. And this session highlights real-world success stories showcasing PIX's measurable results on CRE projects by reducing sales and leasing cycles, expediting approvals, and enhancing property investments, to name just a few. And these case studies will underscore the value of integrating PIX's solutions into your workflow. And finally, we'll demonstrate how PIX gives you a competitive edge by boosting client engagement, reducing project timelines, and increasing return on investment. And in today's fast-paced market, these benefits are essential for achieving outstanding outcomes. So let's explore how PIX can help you elevate your projects and unlock unparalleled success in commercial real estate. So let's start by taking a closer look at the comprehensive suite of solutions that PIX offers within the Ultimate Property Media Package. So you're going to see here on the screen, we've got at the end is the Ultimate Property Media Package, which is going to be some level of combination of all of the other offerings that we have here. So we'll start here with the VR tours. And so the VR tours are, allow clients to experience a property as if they were there in person. And this interactive tool is accessible on any internet-enabled device, making properties available to prospective clients anytime, anywhere, which leads to higher engagement and faster decision-making. And, right now it's just it's a picture with some words on a screen, but once I showcase this to you, I think it's going to really help you understand what it is that we're talking about when we say VR tours, because VR tours is a broad statement that a lot of people use for doing 360 video capture or 360 image capture and walkthrough of a space. Our VR tours are a little bit different and how we're able to present the property and what you're able to do with it. So as I stated earlier, the first thing to take note of is that this is running inside of a web browser. And why is that important? Well, it's important because if you have internet access, you have access to our VR tours no matter where you are, no matter what time of day it is, no matter what device you're using. So you don't need any special hardware to run this. You can use it on a phone, you can use it on your tablet, you can use it on a laptop, a desktop, doesn't matter if it's Windows-based, doesn't matter if it's Apple-based. This will run anywhere as long as you have an internet-enabled connection. And then the other aspect of this is that this VR tour is going to give you a view of the property and an interactive element that you're not going to be able to get any other way. So for this particular project, this site was in the pre-development phase. So let's say you're looking to go out there, start trying to lease some spaces or lease some buildings, or maybe you're looking at, laying out the property and trying to showcase and get investor interest to, start selling parcels of the land or whatever it might be. There's only so many ways you can do that, right? You have blueprints, you have information, but you don't have a way of actually having somebody go there, see it, because it doesn't exist yet. And you're trying to convey a concept or an idea that's just not easy to do with blueprints or site plans. And, what we're delivering is a way of actually being there, experiencing it, and understanding in an interactive manner. The other aspect that we're able to do, we're able to do it in a very easy to interact manner. So coming up here to the right-hand corner, I can click any one of these buttons. It's going to take me around to showcase each of the views of the property. I can zoom in on specific buildings and come down to a walkable view. So once I've got an overview of the entire site, I can walk through the property just by clicking on the ground, walk around, inspect the buildings, get an idea of the overall scale, the look and feel of the materials. And then when I'm happy with that, I can even go into one of the properties. So just by clicking into the little button on the door there, that's going to now take us into one of the buildings, which, like I said, this was in the pre-construction design phase. We're able to go in now into a building that doesn't exist and interact with it, walk through it, get an understanding of what the potential for the business could be, what the layout can be, and if there's a layout that's designed, give you an understanding of exactly how the space functions and how the fit is. This way, maybe you go through the space, you experience it, and you want something different, or the client wants something different. You don't know until you can actually take a full-fledged tour if something's working or not working. We've had many customers that our architects that are working on a plan or a site, and we build out a VR tour for them as they're walking through the space. They realize, or the client that they're working for realizes, hey, that door over there it just doesn't feel right, or maybe we can open up this space and we can make it feel a little different. So this gives you not only the ability to attract investor interest, also to understand the space and its potential, but it also gives you a look into the future and a look into how the space is going to, how it's going to actually function, and give you much greater understanding of the use of the space and what needs to be adjusted. That. And now we have renderings. And I think I'm hoping everybody here is familiar with renderings, of course. PIX offers high quality renderings that if you have a VR tour already in place, we give a great discount on renderings because we're able to take those assets and use them to then develop a high quality visual rendering from them. And if you don't need a VR tour and you just need renderings, that's not a problem either. We can create renderings, and we develop them with a visual fidelity of lighting and such that are quite valuable. And now we have property video tours. And so a property video tour is going to be something that you're going to be able to utilize in addition to the VR tour. We'll pull this up. They transform the way you showcase properties by highlighting the best features of your property. So using 3D computer animation, especially if the building is not camera ready, or professional on-site video, voiceover, narration, and music, these videos tell a compelling story that captivates viewers. So in this particular case, once again, we're talking about something that doesn't exist. We were given just a broad site plan with a vision and an idea board of what the entire site would look like. And so from that, we're able to develop a property video tour that, if you could hear it, which, I could put the sound on, but I don't know if it's going to work. We have narration in here. We have music that plays in the background. And so, if you want to give a presentation on a multi-million-dollar project and you're going in front of town boards for approval, or you're looking for investor interest, or you're looking to get anchor tenants into a space, when you don't have something there, the sell is going to be a lot harder than when you can showcase it with a visual aspect. And that's what we're all about. We're all about making your life easier, helping you to make money quicker, and helping to tell the story of the property. Here.
Chris,
And so, go ahead.
sorry, I was going to jump in 1 second. Just say that the big difference is when you see this compared to other things, there's kind of three. The first is turnaround time. The second is cost, and the third is quality. And you can decide which factors are most important of those three, but the quality that you see and the value that you get for the quality for the price is really where we stand out, and our turnaround time is also substantially less than what other companies do, because we're not outsourcing to random software folks in faraway countries. So really those are the three factors when you're considering what to do and where to go for this kind of stuff. Just my thoughts on the subject.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing to point out. And when we get to the end, I'm sure there's going to be some questions about time and cost, and I think some people are going to be surprised by just how inexpensive our solutions start at and how quickly we can turn them around. So that's a good point.
One of the other things, Chris, just to interject, I know I've seen, and this, you've talked about sort of greenfield new development sites, but one of the great use cases I've found is that often your listings might not be camera ready. They might be dirty, dilapidated, or in need of some level of significant enhancement. And so this can take a beat up old industrial project and make it a loft condo with, so you can show it in its future state, not its current state, and clean it up without having to get the haulers there to clean it up. So before all the work is done, you're able to start marketing in a much more compelling way.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And the other thing here is there's a statistic built into the slide deck here, which I will take. It's, that high quality videos boost stakeholder engagement by 50%. And I would actually argue that it's probably more, because when you have a video, it's an easy, quick, press one button, learn about it, and then move forward with the information versus having to go through pamphlets and decks and whatever else you've got. So, okay, now we've got aerial video tours, and I'm going to turn this over to Bryan.
Perfect. So our aerial video tours, we really have two different types. The first type is promotional, and the second type is property or property specific. And what we're doing is we're telling the story of the location using satellite imagery with graphics and storytelling. So every property has a different reason why you may want to buy there. And to be able to show a property in a space overlaid on Google Earth and what it could look like for a new development, what it does look like, where it's located, the nearby transportation, the parks, right? So every project has a story behind it. And what we're able to do is to really tell that story visually about the location. When it's used for promotional, it's okay, here's my coverage area, here's my specialties, here's how many deals we did, here's why you should work with me. And it's not an in your face, having to pitch yourself every time you have a new conversation. It's something that can be in your email signature, in your social media, on your LinkedIn, so people can then know, oh, this person I can refer deals to, or this person knows this and this and this, so that coming into your deal proposal, they already have real positive thoughts about you and your business and your company, and whatever else we highlight. But again, it's all the customization behind the storytelling, and how much we're able to really showcase exactly what we're trying to do with that project, sell, lease, who we're targeting, and customize it exactly for really all your needs. And the price point is just really appealing, which is why we do quite a bit of these. They start at $2,000, and you can have a fully produced, professionally edited and created video. There's really not much out there that's close to that.
Yeah, and from a technical standpoint, and then also another use case of tying all of these elements back together, because like I said, there's cross referencing that can happen that we can help build upon. But to one point here, when we talk about the 3D virtual tours and the models and the aerial video tours, we can also take a 3D building and put it directly into the video. So, once again, it comes back to the idea, if the site doesn't exist or if the property is not, built up yet, we can put that into the aerial video tour, showcase it, and then showcase all of the stuff that's around the area that helps to build out the benefit of picking this site for that particular building. So that's just another aspect of it as well.
And just this one in particular is one of the EXP colleagues, James Abdullah. James and his dad are working on this site out of Pittsburgh. So we worked for him, and just recently started to work with Keith Andrews, who's got a land site in Alabama where he is envisioning putting a number of different office and retail projects on. So
Yeah,
environment is one that we've had great experience with the team on.
Yeah, so one way to think about it is that, the aerial video tours combine the best of property marketing and personal branding to elevate your presence in the industry. Very straightforward. Okay, I'm going to shoot this one over to you, Brian. Also, this is the augmented VR.
Perfect. So this is a technology that we developed in which we've built these autonomous robots, and we're able to capture the actual space, and rather than hotspots for large property sizes, we can send the robot in, and then using that robot data, we can then overlay objects and animations in that space, so we can show what an actual vacant space will look like with furniture in there. So instead of having to use a model, if there's something really unique and special about an old restored area, but it's vacant now, and you want people to really be able to walk through it and visualize it, big office, big industrial, big multifamily, that's really what this technology is utilized for.
Yeah, so I mean, think about it this way too. It's like, as Brian's saying, we've got furniture in here now, and this is full 360. So, you can pause the video, you can look around. It's a self-guided tour that's going to take you through one button press. It's going to take you through, you get to experience the space, you get to experience it the way it exists. You also get to experience it completely staged, which is very important. And you do have a measure of control within the video itself to look around wherever you want. So you're not just stuck in a static position watching a video. It is an interactive video.
And some of the analytics kind of showcase really where the value is coming from, because the whole point is win more business, get more deals closed at higher price points, right? I mean, across the board, it's simple. But when you have marketing collateral, like what we're creating, high quality, and telling a story, then what the viewers are going to do is they're going to take it a lot more serious, so that they're going to spend more time watching it. They're going to share it. They're going to, take it as an important deal possibility instead of just one of 100 that they're browsing through.
Okay, and so now all of these experiences are going to lead us up to the ultimate. I know you're expecting a lot, and hopefully this is going to impress, but it's the ultimate property media package. And so this is going to be an all-inclusive, most of what you're seeing up there included in the package itself. Okay, so, combining everything together, this is going to provide a seamless user experience where all PIX assets can be accessed seamlessly. So this interactive experience allows clients to explore properties comprehensively and deepen engagement and build trust. And when you see it all together, I think it's going to really knock your socks off here. So starting off, once again, we're coming back to James's project here. And, when James came to us, he's desperately needed material to gain investor interest, showcase the property, and just be able to show the vision as they saw it and as they had it with their architects. And you're only going to be able to do that so well when all you have is a site plan and some blueprints and maybe some basic CAD data that you're showcasing. Think about trying to convey that information to anybody else, and there's going to be that hurdle of understanding. And you may be explaining it, but maybe they're not getting it. And maybe you're showing them the plans and you're showing them where the doors are, where the windows are, where the cafe is, and you're hoping that it translates well, they get it, they see it, and that they actually remember it. And that's not always the case. It's not easy to do. But the technology that we have here is going to take all the guesswork out of it, and it's going to make it a much more comprehensive, digestible package that's going to make it very, very easy, exciting, and immersive. And that's what you want. You want engagement. You want people to be interested. You want them to be excited, and you want them to see the vision itself. So as we start off here, what is the ultimate media property package, as we have it called here? It starts off with being able to, showcase and talk about the actual property. So we can embed a PDF in here, which you can go through. So, I click on the about, and this is going to showcase all of the benefits and give you a high level understanding of what it is about the property that makes it important, special, and why you should either invest in it or, take a closer look. Then we have the ability to go in and understand where is the property located. So here we can see that it's located out here in Google Maps, which is interactive. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and I can get an understanding of where this property is in the world. And then we come in here, we have our aerial video tour, which you saw a portion of briefly in Bryan's presentation. But this is going to showcase the actual 3D building put onto a site, and then showcase all of the surrounding arenas, sportsplexes. It's going to showcase the teams. It's going to showcase the colleges that are in the area. And this is going to really give a great understanding and use case as to why that is a valuable site, why it was chosen for the elite athlete training, and what makes it particular and important and valuable in amongst all of these other areas that are surrounding it. And so now we've got the overview. We've shown exactly where it is. We've shown you why it's important and what surrounds it. And once we've done all that, we can come into a 3D tour. And just like I showcased earlier, this 3D tour is going to give you an interactive and immersive way of going through the property and understanding it in a way that you just can't get with just renders alone, or just a video alone, or even anything else. So I can come through here. I can see the building. I can go around. I can zoom in. I can zoom out. Once again, this is all running inside of a browser. Very important. You don't need to download anything. You don't need hardware. It's all running inside of a browser. I come up here to my buttons on the upper right-hand corner. It's going to take me to all my different views. I can take the roof off of the building. I can look down into it and see the first floor. I can see the second floor layout just by clicking one button. Once again, you can zoom in, zoom out. And then when I'm ready to go take a deeper dive into it, we can go take a complete walkthrough. So now I'm inside the complex here. And once I'm inside, one click on the ground is going to take me wherever it is that I want to go. And so now, we've gotten an overview of it. We've seen where it is. We've seen what makes it valuable. And now we can go through and explore a site that, once again, the building doesn't exist. Final plans were not made on it, but you can go and you can take a complete tour and give somebody an experience versus an explanation. And that's really the big part of this. Give somebody the interactive experience, let them feel it, let them go through it, and let them, really get excited by it as well. And so once again, wherever I want to go, one click is going to take me there to each of the amenities and what makes this entire thing tick and what makes it great. And I can see it, interact with it, and move throughout it. So now once we've experienced the space, we can also have a video tour. So this is something that, once again, like I said, if you have the 3D aspect completed, it's very, very quick for us to turn around a video from that with narration and with, music behind it. That's going to take you through the site itself and just give you a great understanding of it. I need to turn the sound off because I have sound in my headphones right now. So I'm trying to talk to you guys, but this thing's talking over me. But yeah, so this is going to take you through, and we're able to add a higher fidelity of lighting because it's a video. We have people that are interacting in the site. They're moving around. They're talking. It's showcasing and bringing the property to life. And, like I said, if you want to have, this additional element and aspect to it, very, very quick for us to to produce and very inexpensive compared to any of the other competitors. There's no comparison. We're beating everybody on this stuff. And then we finally come down to renders. So we showcased, high quality visuals and renderings earlier on. Here's some more of that, in relation in regards to this particular project. So, we've taken you through the background of the project, given you a PDF. We've shown you where it's located. We've given you the aerial video tour. We've given you the 3D tour of the building you can walk through, a video that's narrated with music. And now we've got, the high quality renders. And, and finally, to complete the entire package out, you might want to know who to contact. And that's pretty important most of the time. So built right in, we have, your contact information. And if you're on a phone, the telephone number is interactive. So you just press the telephone number, call somebody up, or you can go to the website, or you can go and send an email. And these are all interactive elements. So it's a full, complete media suite.
Chris, one of the things that you didn't show here, which I think is really awesome, is that and maybe the medical clinic does it, but to be able to show a single property with multiple uses. So if you have an asset, one of the things that even that industrial facility, if you were touring that with a particular client, you could brand it for them. Or if you knew you had a vanilla box and you wanted to make it look like a text base, or how it would work for a law office, or how it would work for a medical clinic, you can do all of those different layouts without the expense of doing those different layouts. Basically, just do it virtually so that you can your client can better envision themselves in the space, because they don't often have the imagination to get there.
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's exactly, and it's perfect timing, Jeff. This is exactly what this project is. So, with this one, a broker faced the challenge of marketing a recently vacant gym to appeal to multiple tenant sectors, including retail, medical, and the high-tech office. And they needed a way to showcase the 12,000 square foot space's versatility and attract a diverse range of tenants without extensive renovations. And so you can see here, our very first picture is the original gym interior. Well, how are you going to showcase this to all these different sectors if all you have is an existing space, and maybe you have a blueprint, maybe you have pictures of it, but let's say I want to showcase it and I want to show it as vacant. We can do that. Very easy for us to do. So we come in here. Once again, this is going to showcase exactly how we had our ultimate media package, but it's going to showcase this with multiple different layouts of the same space. So we have our overview. It's going to showcase the building, give some information. We have the website linked to it and a location. And let's jump in and just take a look at this in its vacant state. And this is going to give you a much better understanding of what we're doing here. All right, so we can come in here. We've got our interactive building. We can look at the floor plan view. Once we've seen the floor plan, we can see that there's nothing going on in here except for some structural elements. And then once we come into the vacant interior, though, we're able to walk through, see where all the windows are, get an understanding of the size of the space, the shape of the floor plate, and just take a look overall and say, okay, well, this is what the space looks like if the gym were cleared out of it and we were considering some sort of a retail environment. Now, if we want to take a look at it in terms of going in the direction of a medical office and trying to give a greater understanding of what that would look like and how it could function, we're going to take the rooftop off, and you can see we've redemised the space to have multiple examination rooms. We have the offices set up, we have break rooms, we have everything for a fully functioning medical clinic. And so we'll drop right into the reception area real quick. We can see that we can have videos embedded into the 3D tours, which is something I don't think I showcased before. So you can have videos and sound directly embedded right into it. And then we can walk throughout this entire medical clinic from the front entrance all the way past the nurses' stations. And ultimately, we can walk up to any one of the examination rooms. So this is going to showcase the medical clinic. And then we can also turn this exact same space into a high-tech office. So let's say somebody's developing the next DeepSeek or the next Meta, whatever it might be, and they're looking for some valuable office property. We can showcase that as well here. So we'll take the roof off, showcase the exact same space laid out for a high-tech office. Come into the lobby, and we get a really, really good understanding of just how, you're not just showcasing the different use case, but you're also showcasing the character and the look and feel of the same space in multiple ways, which is really gonna, it's really gonna help give a level of understanding to the potential of the site and the potential of the space and why it's valuable. The other thing I should point out really quick while we're in here is that, while we have the ability to create high quality renderings, if you do decide to go with a VR tour from us and you do need some images, but they don't need to be super, super high quality, renders, that's something that, you can do just by going into the application here, pressing the P key on the keyboard, and we'll go up to here and we'll save this. And that will showcase this image. So when you have a 3D tour, I want to make sure I pull this out here because I forgot to mention it earlier. You have access to unlimited image captures within the 3D space. So, let's say that my budget's a little bit tight and I can't afford to do, high quality VR tours, but I do want to have, I should say high quality renders, but I do want a VR tour. I can capture any image I want from the space to help fill out my, my 2D marketing materials and my online presence as well. So that's another aspect of the VR tours that people find quite valuable. Okay. And so let's see this one here. So, real estate development is complex and risky, as you all know. Often requiring clear communication to help investors, officials, and tenants understand a project's vision. So the displayed plat plan and some publicly available images is all we were provided to work from to visualize the conceptual retail site. And so for this particular site, all we were given was a couple of images. So the point being here is that we don't require a lot to get started. So if all you've got is a scribble on a napkin, we can work from it. So long as you know an overall, generalized layout of the plan, the site, and, you come to us and you say, listen, there's no buildings built yet, but this is kind of the style we're looking for. And you give us a picture, we can run with it. And, and that's what this entire project is here is that, it's a site, nothing's been built, nothing is set in stone in the design. It's all in the design phase and pre-conceptualizing, but we're able to take that and create a marketing package that is going to really get you a lot further than if all you have is those scribbles and some words on a page and trying to get your point across to somebody. Nothing's going to be as effective as utilizing either our 3D VR tours, our aerial video tours, our renderings, whatever it is, make sure, when you're going into to do something, you want to be well armed, as you all know, and the best way that we think that you can do that is to have, something of this caliber to be able to showcase the property, especially when it doesn't exist, when it's in a dilapidated state, you can't take somebody through it, but the future vision of it is fantastic. You want to be able to showcase these things. And maybe if something, you want to test it out internally and get some ideas and feedback from the client, see what it looks like. They get to walk through it. And this is iterative. So we can go back into the 3D scene, change out materials, change out buildings, split them up. And the cost is iterative and very minor compared to, doing something completely from scratch. So, it's a very inexpensive proposition to do this.
Chris, we have a question if you want to jump in and
Sure.
answer.
Yep.
As a broker, how do I provide a prospective client this package?
Well, so it's easy. You know, if we're talking about delivery, or are we talking about getting all the information? So delivery is very, very straightforward and very simple. You come to us, you bring us all the information that you have. We'll come back to you. It's a very interactive aspect as well when we're developing these. So you give us the information you have. We'll ask you the questions that we have that we need to help make sure that the project is developed and answering all of the questions that might be had about the project, about the site, about the building, about the interior. So we'll do the exploration phase with you to find out what that is. And once that's all nailed down, then we just get to work on it. We're going to start producing.
Chris, I would take it back a level. So
Okay.
let's say Blair has a prospect and a new listing or an existing listing, and he wants to recommend that they do this. Can you provide some tools or some links that the team can use? And I would suggest that you make this part of your listing pitch, you know, when you're presenting, saying, here is some effective ways we can go to market, and then we can put a budget together. So yeah, you've got 182,000 square foot industrial building. You like to show example of it. So, you know, I think what we should do is we'll give you a little packet of materials that you can use to present to your client. And if you need us to be part of any, or if they, Chris and Bryan to be part of any presentation, you know, they can help. And then, as Chris said, the execution is, you know,
Yeah.
be
100%. Yeah, that's a better point. Thank you, Jeff, for clarifying. Yeah, I mean, as far as, you know, a lot of the stuff when people approach us, we usually do a demo. That's usually how it works. They'll pull their client in and we'll say, okay, let's run through a bunch of scenarios here, explain to you and the client exactly the you know, the benefit of it and the real world use and why it's important. And I think at the end here, I'm pretty positive that we're going to go into one of our web pages that we have on our website that's going to also have a whole bunch of use case studies on it with interactive tours, with videos, with renderings. And so so after we, you know, finalize the slide deck, it's gonna help arm you a little bit with a little bit more information. But yeah, if you have a particular client with a particular property type that you would like to approach with something, you know, reach out. We'll send you a whole bunch of links that you can test out yourself and get greater understanding and share with the client as well. Okay. And so
it just
go ahead.
on that particular situation, you know, if you want Blair just to reach out to Chris, we'll give you, or Bryan, we'll give you the contact information at the end, and we can get started to help you out with that project that you've got.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so in this case study, the 21st floor of the One City Center in Houston, offering 21,000 square feet of office space, it was mid demolition, and as you can see from the picture, far from camera ready. So PIX used schematic drawings to create 2 VR tours, one with a closed office layout and another with an open layout. And so both included realistic skyline views to captivate potential tenants. And so, you know, I'm showing the picture here. I'm sure many of you have been in this situation where you've got this space that looks like this, and you're tasked with trying to get somebody into that space, and how you're going to do that. That's not an easy task for anybody to do. I couldn't do it, but I could do it if I have a VR tour that showcases it. And so, you know, we have that same space laid out in 2 different ways. We have it in the open and we have it in a closed version. So the closed version is going to have more offices laid out around the outside perimeter of the floor. Once she loads up, there we go. We can walk through, and in this particular case, we can see we don't have wires hanging from the ceiling. We don't have lights that are broken out. We don't have ductwork that's all molded through. And we can come through here. We can see the views from the windows. We can get an understanding of the layout of the space, and we can walk through the whole thing just as I've taken you through all of these other multiple VR tours. And then more importantly, get an understanding of how this is laid out. But we can see the floor plan view. And now that I'm in the floor plan view, I come in here and interactively take a look at all of the different areas, how it's laid out, get an understanding of the the head count that I can fit into this space, and see how it's going to be laid out for somebody, and really get them interested and excited in the space itself versus showcasing some very, very rundown, past its prime looking office space. This is just, it's not just an opinion, it's a fact. This is a better way to go when you're looking at doing those kinds of things. And we can come over here, you can see we've laid the space out completely differently. We've got different color schemes, we've got different look in here, and then where there's offices on the corner, around the perimeter, we've now got an open layout. So this gives you an understanding and a better idea of how the space was laid out differently. And you get a different head count too, because we have more open space. Trying to be mindful of the time here. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so as you've seen, all of PIX Solutions are web deployable, very, very important, with the versatility of modern marketing technologies. There are virtually no limits on how you can incorporate our solutions into your digital or traditional marketing strategies. So, we have industry proven benefits. Properties marketed with high quality visuals are 2 times more likely to stand out to prospective clients. Visual campaigns using interactive media deliver up to a 25% increase in return on investment, and email campaigns featuring high quality visual content experience a 300% higher click-through rate than text heavy emails. And I think we all know what that's like when you get an email. If you have something that has high quality impact on it, you're going to get a little bit more interest than a lot of words. And so, achieving a competitive advantage in today's real estate market requires more than just great properties. And it requires the ability to engage clients across multiple platforms with visually compelling content. And PIX's solutions can be seamlessly integrated into your websites, brochures, and listings to deliver immersive and impactful experiences. And we'll go through this really quick. So when we talk about a website, obviously I've been showing everything contained in a web browser, but what does that look like? Well, what that means is we can come in here and we can go directly embed a 3D tour, or in this case, multiple 3D tours into a website, and have it so that you can have somebody experience the space. Let those load up. Experience the space right into the website itself. And that's all done. Now that I'm here, I can go through, I can see what the 1-bedroom unit looks like, take a complete tour of it. I can come up here, I can do the floor plan view. I can see the floor plan view of the 2-bedroom unit. And you can see that because these are running inside of a web browser, it's very straightforward to just embed them into a web page itself. So, and we can full screen that, and then we can have our full experience, come back, and it's built right in here. And then the only other thing that I want to showcase here really quick is, let's do this, phase 2, we'll go up here to this. And I know that in here somewhere they have the images that they used, that they captured from the site itself. All right, well, let's move forward. I don't want to take up too much time on each one of these. So now we have brochures. Well, how does this fit into the brochures? Let's click into that. We'll showcase how we have the VR tours built directly into a brochure of the property. So clicking this is going to take me into the virtual tour. I'm not going to click it just because we've been through it before, but we have all of our stats, our analysis on it. And then to finish it off, you can see we have images that were captured directly from the VR tour. So like I said earlier, you press the P key on your keyboard, going to take images directly from the VR tour, and you can populate your tour book with that if you would like.
Blair, just to answer your question, basically you get on a quick call with us, tell us about the project, we'll ask some questions, figure out exactly what you need, and then say, here's what we'd recommend is kind of a high-end option, here's a low-end option, here's the components of each, and then give you some examples that you can take to the owner to be able to show them, here's exactly what we're going to get. here's what the cost is going to be, so that you don't go in blind. Basically, like you come to us as the, free consultation to figure out what it is that you should be presenting.
Okay, and the final thing that we have here is the, showcasing it in your listing. So this is in the RealNext listings here. We can come in and we can see that we have, once again, images captured directly from the VR tour itself. And then we can go over here to this 3D button. If you have a VR tour, you can, put the information in for the VR tour, the link. This 3D button is going to light up, and clicking on this, and I'll just do it real fast, is now going to pull up 3D interactive scene. So in your listing itself, you have the ability to access all of the images and all of the VR tours and anything you might need. So this goes very, very far into all of your marketing materials. So in conclusion, PIX's customized solutions empower CRE professionals to tackle key challenges across diverse property types throughout each stage of the project. And, the ultimate property media package is a comprehensive suite that provides a seamless experience that may include VR tours, aerial video tours, property videos, renderings, and augmented VR, which enhance your marketing strategy with immersive, interactive, and visually compelling media. And it delivers measurable results. So, you can boost your property marketing listings with PIX's solutions and see 45% more inquiries and 40% higher engagement. Accelerate leasing and sales, and properties marketed with our solutions lease or sell 31% faster. Let that number sink in. 31% faster. That's a good bit. And, we streamline workflows and shorten timelines. So we streamline the decision-making with engaging immersive content that strengthens community support, expedites approvals, and drives investment. Boost return on investment and stakeholder confidence. And, enhance project outcomes with PIX's visual solutions that improve transparency, build trust, and secure buy-in from key stakeholders, ensuring stronger partnerships and financial success. And finally, your competitive edge. Stand out in a competitive market by leveraging our solutions seamlessly integrated into your websites, brochures, listings, and campaigns. And so here we are, we're at the case studies page. And, by showcasing a wide range of projects, we highlight how our solutions are driving success for CRE professionals across various roles, property types, and life cycle stages. And I'm going to click on the page here. It's going to take you directly to the PIX website. And in the PIX website, you're going to see a case studies button. Once you're in there, we have all of these different case studies, and they're all interactive. So you can click for a video here. You can take a virtual tour of this particular industrial project here. We have design phase refinements. So anything that you would want to see, I think everything I showcased today is in here, maybe one or two that aren't. But yeah, so, come to the PIX website, go to our case studies page, and you're going to be able to access all of these different demonstrations. And if there's something that you saw today that you would, like to get the link to, or if there's something that you have a question about that maybe we didn't showcase and you don't see on here, give us a shout out. We'll definitely send you some additional information and something virtual that we have done, because we have worked on every property type, period. So yeah, so on this page, explore immersive VR tours, aerial video tours, and renderings.
Outstanding. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Brian. Here's the contact information. Brian put it also in the chat. And Blair, of course, please send your OM to Brian, and he can make sure he gives you what you need to present to your client. And any of you have a client that has, or you have a project that you want to sort of develop a custom presentation for that client, we'll get you the right tools to share, and then sort of a guidance on costing to make sure that it's something that makes sense for them. Any other questions before we wrap up? Not any final words, Chris or Bryan? We certainly thank you for joining and appreciate you putting together this thorough presentation and the incredible tools that you have for the brokerage community and the guests on the call today.
Yeah, the only other thing I would say is I encourage anybody here that, you know, if you have a project that you're thinking about, or, you know, maybe you don't, and you just want more information, you know, reach out to us, and you know, we're very available. We like to talk to people. We like to showcase this. We like to get the word out, and you know, we can get into a quick, you know, 10-15 minute online discussion showcasing, like I said, more of this and some other projects we've done. So you know, please reach out and engage with us, and we would love to talk further with anybody about them.
Definitely will differentiate you and your client. Your client will appreciate you bringing this type of unique and innovative and immersive marketing technology to help them be more successful in their projects. So thank you all for joining. And as put in the chat, every week there's a new and exciting innovation to be shared. So come back next week and the weeks to come. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.